will a G.I. Joe crossing over with Transformers be good? Like story wise and box office wise, like can it be good? Especially if this is the problem we get with humans, and now half of it is going to be humans. You know, like what are we
I
going to
think
get?
at this point is like you understand that humans going to be in live action Transformers films. I think us geeks can deal with just Transformers all the time, but the casuals who are the ones that make the money for the movie and why Transformers Rise of the Beast made money is they need to have human characters to attach to. I've had these conversations with my casual friends that are not in that our space, and they just can't. Like I know I had conversations with casual friends of the Marvel universe that don't like Civil War, and it's because they just don't want to see the heroes fight. That's not what they come here for. The movie's not as funny as the other movies. Like they want to see the heroes fight a bad guy, overcome, tell jokes on the way. So there's certain things the general audience will just need, and I think if they do the GI Joes in the right way, they can sprinkle them in and then get a GI Joe movie out of it because they got invested in them with the Transformers.
Okay,
it's not what I want. I would like a separate GI Joe movie and separate transfer, and then kind of mix them in so I can get invested in these characters and see them. But I know that's not gonna happen.
No, yeah, everyone likes jumping the gun and mashing everything as quick as possible. Yeah, I don't know. What about you, Sergio? You think that crossover can be good?
Is it gonna be good? I don't know, man. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of the G.I. Joe live action films.
A lot of people weren't. They did not do well.
Transformers is already hit or miss. I think this is kind of just like a way for Hasbro to kind of this is another marketing thing, right? Like crossing over the toys or something. I don't know that it's necessarily going to translate into good films. It could be fun. I mean, I'll check it out.
They have source material. Maybe if they pull from that,
right? Yeah. I mean, who's involved? Did they have any attached names yet to like?
No, it was like a little stinger. That's it.
Yeah. So, I mean,
we know the guy from this movie is going to be in it, so he's going to be like a non-GI Joe character that becomes a GI Joe.
They are saying that Stephen Capel Jr., the director of this one, is going to return to direct.
Okay, they just need to change the writer. That's all.
Okay, there you go. I mean, yeah.
There was nothing wrong with the direction because the action scenes were directed really, really well.
They were. Yeah, the action was really good. It was shot really good. I think Rise of the Beast looked good. It looked pretty for sure. You know, like especially them in Peru was awesome.
Oh yeah.
You could tell all the Transformers apart, which is good.
Very important.
Great, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Anthony Ramos. But like, is Anthony Ramos, he's gonna become a G.I. Joe, but does he become a new character, or does he kind of somehow become
like one of the Joes that we're familiar with?
Don't do that. Please don't do that.
No, we need like the already established team, like like we need Duke, we need Snake Eyes, obviously, we need
have them exist already. And he's our avatar.
Yeah, he's the audience surrogate,
Yeah, it's like we're doing the Joes.
Yeah. Have him be like the audience surrogate, like Mortal Kombat did with Cole Young, only not completely freaking useless. But yeah, he's already established as having like a lot of technical know-how and aptitude, mechanical and that sort of thing. Maybe that could be applicable.
Yeah. And we actually like him. Like,
we actually like him.
I like him.
Yeah. He wasn't. He was pretty good in the movie.
I liked the character, and the human characters in Transformers have been very hit or miss for me. Like I kind of tolerated Sam Witwicky early on,
and then
he kind of he got more just insufferable. I didn't mind Mark Wahlberg's character. But and then the Haley Steinfeld character in Bumblebee I did like, but I think Anthony Ramos's character, I found him, I'd say just as tolerable, if not more than her.
I
Yeah.
like just as tolerable. I like how you put it, buddy.
Yeah, let's face it, the human characters in the Bay directed Transformers movies, they were insufferable, most of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
You know,
I would say yeah, the newest, what's his name, Anthony Ramos.
Ramos.
yeah,
Yeah.
Anthony
Like,
Ramos.
I'd say he's probably my favorite of the leads. I mean, not that it's a high bar to begin with, right?
The high bar, right?
You know,
Dang, I really put my boy
but I
Shia.
thought he did it. He held it down, man. You know, he did his thing.
I like Shia. He does some weird movies at times. He does some cool stuff. I liked him in the first one. He was good in the second one, but then it just started. I
was
think
only
he
in
was
three,
over
right?
it too.
Oh, and come the third movie, I wanted to reach for the screen and choke him.
Yeah.
I feel like he's like 18, 20, early 20s, and he's fighting giant robots. He has the right to scream like a maniac. I am.
Yeah,
You're
I'm like, I think I started to just get annoyed by him come Transformers 2. You have a robot, a sentient robot that chose to stay with you, and you keep him in the garage like a dog.
Oh no, my problem is like you were dating Megan Fox, and then you get another like crazy supermodel that like likes you, winds up being a robot, but still, you know, it's just like I'm like, how is like every hot woman just like falling for
Just
Shia
throwing
LaBeouf?
themselves at this goober.
Yeah, but
Well,
the
have you
first
seen
one
the
I liked a
girls
lot.
he's dated in real life?
Yeah,
So I
that
guess
is true.
he was manifesting it from that.
Yeah. Said I think Anthony Ramos should be the rookie on the team. I think that'd be the best way to go.
Yeah, I think that goes without saying.
Yeah. Would you guys want to see like comic book cartoon accurate kind of silliness like Shipwreck and like Destro and stuff like that? Or
Modernize
would you
it.
see more a little bit
To an
more
extent,
like, yeah.
I think if you're doing that to an extent, you have to kind of lean into that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've been trying to make the G.I. Joes too serious. It needs to be more.
Yeah, if you're gonna adapt something like that, sometimes you gotta kind of go all in.
Yeah. Well, that's why like what was that Snake Eyes movie sucked. It was all seriousness. I mean, the whole story kind of was bad, and it was like I feel like you need to be a little bit more jokey. But then he wasn't even Snake Eyes. You know what I mean? Like he wasn't who that character is.
Him.
So,
it was him before Snake Eyes.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, you know. Oh, there we go. It's coming back. Because I want the camp. Yeah, I want the camp. Just don't want the rock level of camp.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that. You know. I mean, there are like super over the top silly characters, and I wouldn't mind a little bit of it, but yeah,
it just can't be.
So as long as you have that good enough balance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I want Sam Megan Fox and bumbling dang. I wouldn't leave it.
Shit.
Yeah, right. But yeah, I mean, right now, I know one thing. If I am on the show on House of Nerd show on Sunday, one thing I am going to bring up is there is a brand new comic book run called Void Rivals, and that follows one. It's written by Robert Kirkman, who did Walking Dead, and Invincible, which are amazing, and now he's doing this because he loves Transformers and he loves G.I. Joe. So Void Rivals is going to be a comic book that crosses them over, and so far so good. There's two issues. I think the third one's coming out like in the next week or two or something like that. But I'm all in, man. Great writer, and he likes the concept he's writing about, and I'm really curious to see what he does with Transformers and G.I. Joe crossing over, like especially if we're getting towards that for a movie. I was like, you're having Robert Kirkman, who's did Invincible and Walking Dead, like write the story for you basically. So it's like, like you can easily pull from that comic book run,
I've been revisiting Invincible, by the way. I'm so excited for the next season.
Oh, I can't
Me
wait.
too.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. Kirkman is another go. Yeah, Kirkman is really awesome. But I don't know. Here, I got a couple more comments before we move on to something else. No more Transformers.
No,
These
relax
films and
with
get
that.
Kevin Feige to take them over.
What are we just gonna
Let's-
recycle Kevin Feige and James Gunn whenever we want something done right?
Yeah, let's see James Gunn do something right first before we start
I
giving
mean,
him whole
Guardians.
franchises. That's not a universe. That's just
That's
a
true.
trilogy.
Yeah.
That's true. I mean, it's one of the best trilogies in that universe. How that counts, but yeah, we'll see what he does with the Superman thing. Nice. Whoop these G.I. Joe Transformers sounds fun because of the Joes won't be helpless screaming humans. That's true. Maybe that makes a difference. Is like these guys are not afraid.
Capable.
They're like, I seen crazier shit than a talking truck.
Yeah.
So
Good point. Yeah.
that'd be interesting. And Travis said the way to approach that crossover is asking what threat humans pose against Transformers. Like, imagine the G.I. Joes take dead Decepticons, plotting them to infiltrate ranks and sneaking onto Cybertron. That seems deep, man. It sounds awesome.
It also sounds like they're making them like the bad guys.
Almost. Yeah. Which I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind like the two good guys kind of fighting and then realizing they're on the same side.
Yeah, they have a common enemy or something like that.
Yeah.
Which is what they usually do.
Yeah. It's not a bad way to. I mean, they tried doing it with Batman and Superman, and the way they became best friends was stupid, but it happens.
I wouldn't say they became best friends. They were just like, yeah, let's stop fighting and go.
Are we brothers now? Both our moms are Martha.
Oh God, if they would have said that.
They would have did that Rocky handshake thing where they grab him by the forearms. Yeah.
Lois is like, what is happening?
Yeah, they just leave her. Like, screw her. We're brothers
We're
now.
best friends now. We don't need no women.
Oh man. Transformers 2 was weird. That one scene where Sam is in college about to cheat on his girlfriend, and it was a robot. Was that 2 or 3?
That was 2.
Was it 2? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because Megan Fox was still in that one. I was like, what the heck? I like the movie because Megan Fox and Sam.
I mean, for the fact that Megan Fox was in those first couple Transformers films, I mean, she damn near made those films, man. So I mean, I haven't watched number 2 in so long. I don't think it holds up that well.
I doubt it.
Yeah.
I doubt it. Transformers 2 is bad, but still feels. Do you?
Once Marky Mark joined, I tapped out. But the
got so bad.
ones are my jams.
They're fun. That's
all I need.
Yeah.
I don't need nothing too deep with Transformers.
Yeah. Yeah. They should have John Cena's agent Burns from Bumblebee also be recruited, changing his code name to Duke.
I'd take it.
He's a good G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
I'd take it.
Yeah.
Did they cast wrestlers?
I'm with that.
Really well.
I'm with that.
I mean, would
the
you bring
dude's
back
already
the
built
Rocket?
like an action figure?
Why not?
Yeah. Well,
just find someone that can control him.
Yeah.
That's gonna be.
But I mean, if you're gonna bring wrestler/actors into this G.I. Joe / Transform, I mean, it's got to be buddy from Bautista.
Yeah,
because he's actually a good actor.
He is.
Yeah.
Edge is actually a decent actor as well.
Who knew?
Holy crap! Now that I'm thinking about it, they did that in the cartoon. Sergeant Slaughter was a G.I. Joe and a wrestler. Like, you know what I mean? So it was like you can do that in real life. Sergeant Slaughter was awesome. Yeah.
I think reimagining the G.I. Joes kind of like wrestlers a little bit would bring some new life to them.
Yeah, very like over the top kind of massive
macho.
But
having some flamboyancy so they're not like toxic.
Yeah. Oh, Shipwreck. I mean, would that be a little too stereotypical? Because there's like back in the day, like Navy people were very flamboyant. They would like always be called names and stuff. So I don't know if that would maybe too much for.
We just don't call them names. Just like make it acceptable. That's where you get your messaging in without saying it.
Yeah, that's not it. Imagine G.I. Joe's pretending to be Decepticons, controlling them, and then jumping out on Cybertron. Decepticons on Cybertron, confused as what is a human is. Oh, as the humans blow them up, it'll be great.
I I don't know if they're gonna
Okay.
survive that surprise attack.
Yeah, I know, right?
That has to be like the finale of this saga where they all die to save the world because they get back home.
They jump out of the little teeny person, and Megatron's like, "What?" Just
The
steps on
hell?
them.
Yeah, it's like get rid of these punies.